The pace truck pulls off of the racetrack. That puts the field into the hands of the 33 of Ron Hornaday. We're about to get underway with race number 2 of the 2010 season. Green flag in the air. We're racing.
Are they going to run them wide open this lap, Mikey? Look at Matt Crafton.
Crafton all the way to the bottom of the track. A little contact. Kyle Busch gets sideways.
I'm not sure Hornaday knew that they were 3 wide. He squeezed Kyle Busch, it looked like.
Matt Crafton is your leader going into turn 3. We told you it was going to be an interesting start to this race.
Tire smoke on Ron Hornaday's truck.
And Kyle Busch is in a vulnerable spot there, all down up underneath of Ron.
It looks like damage on the right front of that 18 of Kyle Busch as well.
Big damage.
Keep an eye on that 33 truck when we get in the corner. Watch this tire smoke.
That 18 truck's tore up, guys. That left front or right front corner is bashed in bad. You can tell he's pushing too, Phil. Just he can't hardly keep it off of Ron.
Now there may have been a little contact between the 18 and the 33 right by that left rear tire. Is that why we're seeing the tire smoke now?
I think that there's a fender rubbing. Absolutely, okay. That's why we're seeing that tire smoke.
We've moved inside of Kevin Harvick's truck. That's his truck he sees smoking, so that's got to be a little bit concerning too.
Let's look back. This is going into turn 1 right as the green flag went up.
See, I don't think that Hornaday knew that they were 3 wide. He thought he had the 18 on the inside of him, and that's all that was there. Did not realize that Matt Crafton had made it 3 wide, and he squeezed Kyle Busch. That tire smoke may get a little bit better as these tires build up air pressure. Still there right now, though.
Well, and it looks like it's behind that left rear tire that it got pushed in. Could that be cutting his left rear tire?
It certainly could wear through it. You hope that the tire will push the metal away enough and relieve itself, but the metal obviously is tougher than the tire, so it's risky. Look at the right front, excuse me, of this 18 truck. It's all crumbled up. Making good time, though.
Look how he made Kevin Harvick loose. Turned him sideways coming off of 2.
Those two battling for the 3rd spot. Again, numerous lines around this racetrack. Kyle Busch in the middle. Kevin Harvick, we expected to be down on the yellow line.
Look at all that damage, Rick. See the bumper all turned up on that 18 truck?
How about Kevin Harvick right on the rear tailgate of that 18 truck? Remember, just a lap ago, Kyle Busch pulled up right underneath that 2 truck and turned him sideways coming off turn 2.
Because of the tapered spacer as well as the tire that Goodyear gave us here, we talked about they'll be flat footing it all the way around this racetrack for at least another 5 laps.
Watch this now. Watch the 2 of Kevin Harvick right of your screen. This is 2 laps ago. Kyle Busch is going to pull right up behind him. Kevin was a little bit sideways. I'm not even sure there was any contact there, but Kyle took a lot of air off that rear spoiler of that truck. There's another view of it. Look how sideways Kevin got off of 2 there.
You can see the damage on Busch's truck there really clearly in that shot. I'm wondering how much that's hurting him, Phil, because it looks like instead of bashing it in, it pulled it out. It might actually give the front of the truck a little more downforce.
They really rely on the front half of that front fender for downforce, and as you see, that has it bloused out a little bit in the middle. Maybe at the bottom it may be tucked in a little bit.
Ray, what's Kevin Harvick talking about on the radio?
Well, keep in mind that he has got a good set of eyes on him and able to help his teammate Ron Hornaday out a little bit. Not only is Rick Corelli, the spotter for Hornaday, talking to him about how much damage is on the 33, but Harvick has had a real good look at it too. So he looked out there and he said, I think you're going to be okay. I'd stay out. I don't think it's going to wear through the tire at all. Adam?
How about Mike Skinner, Ray? Started dead last after changing a clutch post-qualifying, and he has worked his way into the top 20 in 5 laps. They felt like they had a truck that could get to the front. He was very comfortable with how this truck drove yesterday, and well, he's answering the bell here this afternoon under adverse conditions.
How about that 30 truck on the move? Todd Bodine started back in the 10th spot. That's him right there, right behind our 4th place truck of Kevin Harvick. We know how good he is on the mile-and-a-half. He's won 10 times. We talked about before the green flag dropped. He's moving towards the front, Mikey.
Yeah, he's faster than these guys too. He's really making some time on them.
Todd Bodine has taken over the 5th spot.
He's Mr. Daytona, and he's Mr. Mile-and-a-half. Darn, he's pretty much got his game going on, didn't he?
We talked about the top 5, at least as far as the starters. We're going to have to keep our eye on him. Well, the guy who started 5th, Austin Dillon, he's actually dropped back to the 12th spot now. So it hasn't gone as well for him starting up front.
We got some comers and we got some goers.
Right now he's a goer.
Austin, remember last week last race at Daytona, only got it to turn 3 on the first lap. So he's back right where he needs to be. Just needs to be back there, make some laps and learn. That's what he needs to do.
I'm telling you guys, you watch this 2 truck. He's got a few laps on him now. He's going to start mowing them down. Running right down on the bottom in 1 and 2, and it seems Kyle Busch is faster around the top down there, but Kevin's dedicated to it. He hasn't moved up down in turn 1 and 2 yet.
Matt Crafton out in front. Hornaday runs second. Harvick, Kyle Busch, Todd Bodine are your top 5.
There's second, third, and fourth right there.
Fixing to be real crowded at the front. Well, it already is. Look at that. There's your leader.
And we had a feeling these 4 guys were going to be battling up front this entire race. Right. Look at Hornaday look to the inside of Crafton.
Right along with Kyle Busch. Crafton moves up the racetrack a bit. Hornaday battling for the lead now as they go down the backstretch.
3 wide for the lead.
Kyle Busch with an aggressive move to the bottom of the track. 3 wide now. It's Kyle Busch in front. Hornaday down to the bottom. He's going to try to get back by Kyle Busch as they go out of 4.
Didn't we try that once on the first lap?
It didn't work out all that great.
They're better at it this time, though. They haven't run into each other yet.
Hornaday gets credit for leading that lap. I believe that puts him at 250 laps led at Atlanta. It took him 11 laps to get there, but he got another lap led.
Kyle Busch is going to lead the next lap. He's made his way to the front, running that high line.
That's what I love about this racetrack. You can run anywhere on. You see Kevin Harvick right on the bottom of the racetrack. Kyle Busch right up against the wall, and Hornaday somewhere in between that.
And Todd Bodine.
That's Harvick.
Todd Bodine's watching all that side-by-side 3-wide action back there from the 5th spot, thinking, keep at it, guys. I'll join you in a minute.
Yeah. Well, we talk about consistent tire wear. These guys jockeying for position up front, is that going to wear their tires out a little quicker?
No, it's certainly you'd like to just be riding along on your own, but you don't have any choice. You want to lead the race. You want to be out front. You want to be the story. And they know these tires are better than they're used to here. They don't know how good yet, Rick, and I think it's important for them to push those trucks early and see how well those tires will hold up.
And they know they're going to take these tires off, so it doesn't matter if they abuse these tires. They know they're going to get a fresh set here. You know, probably I would think if the caution flag were to come out anytime after about 20-25 laps, I think you got to put tires on, don't you, Mikey?
Definitely.
It was a long time before we saw this 17 of Timothy Peters as we were watching the lead truck of Ron Hornaday go across the start-finish line and waited for Timothy Peters. He's currently running in the 14th spot, so he's moving up.
Well, what I love about Timothy Peters, Harvick to the bottom of the track, getting around his teammate for the 2nd spot.
And Crafton.
Yeah,
he went from 4th to 2nd on that lap.
Closing in on the lead now.
Keep an eye on this now. This is Kevin Harvick. Coming off turn 2, yeah. Pulls up beside Matt Crafton. Kevin's been running the bottom of the racetrack primarily. He's going to dive off in the bottom. He's going to clear Crafton and go after Hornaday. Wow. What a corner, huh?
Yeah.
Look at the run he has down on the bottom of that racetrack.
Guess who's next?
Guess what? Here comes Kevin Harvick. Kyle Busch on the outside for the lead. Harvick takes it away from Kyle Busch at the start-finish line.
Harvick said, I'm done playing. It's time to go.
We've only had 4 leaders in the first
16 laps.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good racing there.
Remember in our setup show, we had 4 leaders on one last lap.
I shouldn't be surprised there's 4 different leaders in 16 laps here at Atlanta. Kyle's dedicated to the top, Kevin's the bottom, and the bottom's winning out.
Right now. Now, will Kevin's tires go away and he'll have to get out of the throttle a little bit sooner?
I don't know. I like the bottom of the racetrack. They're down on power a little bit. The shortest way around the racetrack, obviously, is probably the best way when you don't have all the power. Now, tomorrow, those guys will be desperate for grip because they got all that horsepower. Today, it's more about handling, getting the truck to work around the corners, and that's what Harvick's doing. And another guy that's doing that up to the 4th spot, here comes Todd Bodine.
That's Night Train. Night Train Bodine.
Carrying the names of the gold medalists from the U.S. Olympic 4-man bobsled team as well as the bronze medalists from the ladies 2-man bobsled team. Kevin Harvick out in front of this field at Atlanta Motor Speedway. It was 3 wide early. There's already been contact, and we've got eye rub going on with our defending champ.
Sunday, we're there as NASCAR Race Day soars into Atlanta. Tune in as points leader Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer, and crew chief Alan Gustafson join us live. Plus, hear from the most successful driver at Joe Gibbs Racing this season, Joey Logano. And we'll break down the fallout at Earnhardt Ganassi after their wreck in Vegas. NASCAR Race Day built by the Home Depot. Live from Atlanta Sunday at 10 Eastern. And celebrate with us at 8 Eastern.
We'd love to see you at the Grub and Rub at Martinsville Speedway. You can get reserved tickets for Saturday and Sunday's races, plus all you can eat trackside breakfast.